Jeff McQueen, Jeff Nash, Jeffrey Nash McQueen, they got you.
All right, so it looks like we have another scam alert. A contractor in Miami trying to fraud people. Let's see what we can learn from this.
A warning for homeowners out there. A man accused of posing as a licensed contractor, conning clients out of thousands of dollars.
Police say this guy was operating all across Miami-Dade and Broward counties under somebody else's license.
Jeffrey Nash McQueen, they got you.
The victims overjoyed.
She's happy. I agree.
We spoke about Christianity. We spoke about God.
What a scam artist.
Really personal, and he was so nice.
Talking, the lady saying she's talking about God, talking about church, talking about faith, talking about personal stuff. This guy's using that as an in, and he ends up being a con artist. Look at it. He looks like a pedophile. He looks like a scam artist.
Victoria Jackson and her husband, one of 13 sets of victims. A tree fell onto their roof. They saw his roofing flyers and looked him up online. They met him and he said he'd need half up front. That's roughly $8 grand.
So the big red flag for me is asking for half the money up front. I know in other states, I think this is allowed. In California, you can't take more than 10% or $1,000, whichever one is less. So even for like a $15,000 job, it looks like this job is totaling $15,500. $1,000 deposit is all you should give. And really, that's such an important thing. I think in all states, this should be practiced, because when you give the contractor the money, you lose your power. The way I always look at it is like, I know where the homeowner lives, right? The contractor knows where the homeowner lives. That home is not moving. But the contractor is just a guy in his truck. You can take the money and run. It always gets me scared when people ask for large deposits. 50% unacceptable. I think you're just asking for trouble.
What made you think that he was legit?
The story he gave was about family. He's Christian, and he made us feel welcome. He made us feel like we could trust him.
He cashed the check the same day.
When he never showed up to do the roof work, they say, then he wouldn't answer their calls. When he finally did, he made threats, then ghosted. A similar story with Harold Floyd.
I hate to be taken. I was taken.
He would either completely disappear or he would do some work and then disappear.
Roughly $103,000 swiped in total.
$103,000. That's like, I would say that's like a bank robbery. And it's so easy to do. That's the unfortunate part. Pulling off a bank heist is probably hard. Doing what this guy did is unfortunately easy, and that's why it's such a common thing that happens over and over. This is not the first time, and unfortunately won't be the last time.
The investigation was launched back in August of 2020. He was posing as a licensed contractor, say police. So McQueen, aka Nash, he's facing a number of different charges. We're in Miami Gardens, though. I'm Andrew Perez, Local 10 News.
I think bottom line, scams like this have been going on. They will continue going on, like I said. Some states do a better job than others as far as having laws that protect consumers, but at the end of the day, if you're giving people cashier's check, if you're giving people money up front, you're bound to lose. A few things I would definitely recommend is, number one, don't give high deposits. Pay as the work progresses. So have a portion of the job be completed, then pay for that job. Don't pay ahead of schedule, so that at any point if your contractor leaves the job, at least you're not paid in advance. The other thing is just do your due diligence. I've got another video on how to make sure you pick a correct and right contractor. And there's a lot of resources out there. I'm a big fan of online reviews. Look at the age, the history of those reviews. Does this guy have an office where you can go to? That's a big one. Or is he just got a guy in his truck that can disappear? And then look up his license, look at what he was saying, or what the news report was saying, that this guy was using someone else's license. It's unfortunate because, like, us as a company, we have to advertise our license number. So anyone can take our license number. Don't get any ideas, guys, I'll come after you. But anyone can take our license number and just put that on their flyer. So what you want to do is, when you get that flyer, or when you get that advertising, that invoice, that estimate, whatever it is, look at that license number. Of course, if you're in a state that has license numbers, look at that license number and make sure at least it belongs to the person that you're talking to. The last thing you want is to have a signed contract, you think this person is licensed, but it ends up being a wrong license. All I can wish for is people to do the right thing, do work up front and making sure they pick a right contractor so they don't get bit in the butt afterwards. I always feel bad for people who go through this. It's like people save up money to buy a new roof, they buy something and then they get screwed. It's a lot of money, tens of thousands of dollars. It's really, really unfortunate.